President Biden's final UN speech, a farewell to remember. New York, NY- in a speech that will undoubtedly go down in history as one of the most memorable farewells, President Joe Biden addressed the United Nations General Assembly for the last time as president. With wars raging in the Middle East and Ukraine, Biden's speech was a mix of heartfelt goodbyes, lofty aspirations, and a few unexpected moments that left the audience both amused and bewildered. President Biden made a grand entrance, waving to the crowd with the enthusiasm of a rock star on a farewell tour. "It's great to be here, folks," he began, and by here, I mean still standing and coherent. The audience chuckled, unsure if it was a joke or a candid admission. Biden's speech touched on the ongoing conflicts in the Middle East and Ukraine. "We must strive for peace," he declared, "because, let's face it, war is expensive, and we've got other bills to pay." He urged world leaders to work together to end the violence, adding, "If we can agree on the shape of a conference table, surely we can agree on peace." The president emphasized the importance of diplomacy, stating, "Full-scale war is not in anyone's interest. A diplomatic solution is still possible. It's the only path." He called for immediate ceasefires and negotiations, urging leaders to prioritize the protection of civilians. "We must never forget who we're here to represent," he said. "We, the people." In a surprising twist, Biden turned his attention to the dangers of artificial intelligence. "AI is like a teenager with a credit card," he warned. "It can do a lot of good, but it can also get us into a lot of trouble." He called for international cooperation to ensure AI is used responsibly, quipping, "Let's make sure the robots don't take over before we figure out how to fix the Wi-Fi." Biden took the opportunity to highlight his administration's achievements, from climate action to economic recovery. "We've done a lot of good work," he said, "and by we, I mean my team, because let's be honest, I just signed the papers." He praised the efforts of his cabinet and advisors, noting, "They've kept me on track, even when I wandered off script." He also reflected on his long career in public service, noting the remarkable sweep of history he had witnessed. "From the Cold War to the climate crisis, I've seen it all," he said. "And through it all, I've learned that the only way forward is together." As the speech drew to a close, Biden became visibly emotional. "This has been the honor of my lifetime," he said, his voice cracking. "Serving as your president has been like riding a roller coaster, thrilling, terrifying, and occasionally nauseating." He thanked the American people for their support and patience, adding, "You've put up with a lot, and for that, I am eternally grateful." Biden also addressed his decision not to seek re-election, stating, "This summer, I faced a decision whether to seek a second term as president. It was a difficult decision. Being president has been the honor of my life. There's so much more I want to get done. But as much as I love the job, I love my country more. I decided after 50 years of public service, it's time for a new generation of leadership to take my nation forward." In a final, unexpected twist, Biden pulled out a harmonica and played a few bars of Auld Lang Syne. The audience, caught off guard, erupted in applause. "Let's not forget the good times," he said with a wink. "And remember, if you ever need a harmonica player, you know where to find me." As Biden left the stage, world leaders were left to ponder the speech. "It was classic Biden," said one diplomat. "A mix of sincerity, humor, and a touch of the unexpected." Another added, "I didn't know he could play the harmonica, but it was a nice touch." And so, President Biden's final UN speech will be remembered not just for its calls for peace and cooperation, but for its unique blend of humor, emotion, and a harmonica solo that no one saw coming. As the world moves forward, Biden's farewell serves as a reminder that even in the most serious of times, a little levity can go a long way.